Okay, so welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at a folder part on the Nintendo Switch. I'm a sucker personally for a good puzzle game, especially one that's going to try something new. So the question, can this bring something fresh to the table, or is it just more of a gimmick that doesn't work out and you'd be best just folding it up into a paper airplane and yeah, throwing it far, far away? Well, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. Over 1,000 people have subbed in the last month alone, which is just absolutely insane to me, honestly. But yeah, come be part of our growing family if you love the Switch as much as we all do. With that, let's get started. So a folder part, while predominantly a puzzle game, it has a story to tell and it handles it with grace, I've got to say, melding it perfectly with the core concept, giving these puzzles meaning. So opening the game, you're going to be choosing from 4 different couples that you best can relate to before the game actually throws you into their lives. Things here, they're good, really good. A couple just simply enjoying their relationship and their love. However, life, it has something else in mind for them when careers pull them apart. Basically, an opportunity arises, making one of them move to the city, putting them in the position of a long distance relationship. Now, while I don't want to obviously spoil anything, the story, it's going to take you very much along for the ride through the highs, the lows, and of course the challenges they face. Think, misinterpreting a text message, taking it in the wrong way entirely, the internal dialogue of questioning your own place in a relationship, and missing the small moments that we so often just take for granted. At times the game even lets you choose from a couple of response options, but just know that here, unfortunately, all paths, they do lead to the same place, and I would have loved to have seen them probably explore this a little bit more, kind of like a visual novel style. This, though, it's best summed up as a collection of moments, small emotional reactions, and then small mistakes that create one larger meaning, and it just handles this tale exceptionally, always switching between both characters to ensure that it just never felt like, one-sided. Overall though, story-wise, I think everyone should be able to find something in here to relate to, even if you haven't been in a long-distance relationship yourself. Okay, so gameplay, and we essentially get 2 pieces here. There's very short walking moments that link puzzles. This is where text messages will fill your screen, furthering the relationship status, shall we say, of our characters. And then, of course, the puzzles themselves. These, they ramp in difficulty while occasionally introducing new gameplay mechanics. By the end of the game though, you'll be able to fold the page from the sides, top, bottom, corners, flip the page, and even rotate the page. The goal, it's always the same: bring our couple together, navigate a trying moment, and then collect the stars scattered around these single page puzzles. My only issues with gameplay, folding from the corners. It could be an absolute pain, as it pretty much did everything but that for the first few attempts. Also, I gotta say, the fact there's no touchscreen controls. This would have been perfect for some, touchscreen action, and would have made those corners as well just a whole lot easier. Overall, I enjoyed the gameplay. The puzzles, they were challenging enough, but I never got stuck for too long. You can, and I did, fail very occasionally, but all that does is simply reset the puzzle and you try again. Because of that, it's an extremely, I've got to say, relaxing experience. I never once came close to frustration, except for when I was trying to move a corner, that is. And yeah, it was just a great little chilled out experience. So graphically speaking, I gotta say the style is just beautiful. Our characters are presented as like low detail, almost like cube-like designs, and the world's simple but fitting. Each page I approached, it never felt repetitive, and it always displayed the progress my character was making, whether it was the countryside passing me by, or the city, or the night sky. It's a very much a dreamlike take on locations that we all know. Perhaps my favourite 2 pieces graphically though, it's gotta be the almost like subtitle text where it washes across our screen, highlighting key dialogue moments or just internal emotions, and then the animations. For such simplistic designs, these characters, they display a whole lot of emotion, exaggerated for sure, but it always matched the moment-to-moment conversation or feeling, and it just supports the storyline so very well. All of this then, it's wrapped in lots of bright and vivid colours, throwing realism just absolutely out the window, and instead using these colours to kind of represent whether we're happy or sad or what moment of the story we're in. Graphically, I'm really impressed. So audio is going to be real quick, as there's very little here. For the most part, it's simply music. There's the occasional sound effect, and that is about it. Often this game's main focus is relaxed like piano lines and simple tunes to give a backing to the visuals, and then the sound effects are mainly reserved for like environmental effects like the weather, so I think like maybe a thunderstorm. Also quickly, there's no dialogue as well, which makes absolute sense given the scenario we find ourselves in and the majority of this being text messages. Audio overall, I do think they could have done a whole lot more here, honestly, with our characters, you know, falling, a few page sounds, collecting stars, pushing blocks around. It did feel, I've got to say, kind of empty on the audio front. I will say though, at least the music's nicely done, so you shouldn't be too upset. It is a puzzle game after all. It's not exactly known for like its big bombastic sound fields or anything. Overall, I've got to say, a fold apart's a very unique concept, and one they absolutely pull off. It brings something quite new to the table. What I didn't expect was the extremely engaging and just human storyline. I'm confident if you play this one, you won't be able to stop yourself from just screaming at the screen when they think something, or they type out a text and you instantly know it's going to be taken in the absolute wrong way. I couldn't help but laugh at times relating to it just immediately. Unfortunately though, it does have a few problems here. Audio's a little weak, but it's not a huge deal. My big ones though, the corner folding can be an absolute pain. The lack of touch controls is just absolutely a missed opportunity. And then the runtime, I finished this in just a little over 2.5 hours, priced at $19.99 in the US, $16.99 in the UK, or $17.99 in Europe. It's a little steep if you ask me, and I would have been happier talking maybe 25% below this price point. Once you beat this, there's honestly very little reason to return again. With that in mind today, I'm giving A Fold Apart a good 7 out of 10. I love the story, I enjoyed the pacing too, but maybe a few more after game options, maybe some standalone puzzles to get me to come back would have been a good idea and would have maybe justified the price a little bit more and add on to what is a very short experience. Fortunately though, for anyone who is happy to separate with the cashier, it's got a great story to tell. It's extremely well written, and visually, I gotta say, it's stunning. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not check out our channel? We're bound to have the content you're looking for. Pretty much anything Switch related, think reviews, previews, deals. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment with maybe some puzzle game suggestions. That'd be great for everybody to take a look at. And I'll see you all on the next video.